go. Tiger vs Kong. Waiting for Kong, probably taking his Kong smoke. Cheers. So I'm also just gonna leave this screen on standby while we're waiting, because Tiger's gonna let me know when they start. So Tiger's gonna let me know when they are going live, and for now, maybe they have started. Nothing just didn't tell me. No. Now I can't even find the lobby actually. And this is surely the wrong game. Wrong tiger. Has to be Gong Smoke, yes. Right, so Kong is a little bit delayed. Looks like Tiger is in the match here, so let's just have a look at that meanwhile. I guess this is Tiger's warm-up before Kong. Playing against Lighty in the blue. It's a normal right game. While we're waiting for Kong, I guess. So Lighty in the blue playing as the Magyars, and Tiger in the red playing as Aztecs for Arabia. Might be a little sneak peek of what see if the Tiger's planning for Arabia against Kong after this. We'll have to see, I guess. So I'm just gonna fast forward and catch up a little bit. So we have something to do while waiting for Tiger versus Kong. Nice back goal there for Tiger. He's about to find his last sheep now, I believe. Some side resources. Main goal to the side, not ideal. Kind of open area, but wallable. Yeah, all in all, maybe not this side here is very would we have to go very greedy to wall off here, but it's doable. And Lighty on his side also has back gold, main gold to the side, and these spaces look, yeah, stones maybe a bit further away or forward. These bases look kind of mirrored, and maybe Tiger now is telling I have to go play a game. Most likely. We're just guessing Tiger's game here meanwhile while waiting for Kong to show up for their match. So a bit of a pause here. This is obviously not Kong. We're just waiting for Tiger vs Kong, and Tiger was playing a ranked game meanwhile. And the game is unpaused, and we keep going here. So village count even here. Lighty now bringing his second boar. Probably the Tigers or gonna bring his second boar now. Guess there won't be too huge indifferences here. Lighty is now going forward to try and find the Tiger. Overlay? What do you mean? What do you mean? Uh-oh. Lighty going in for a hit here. Good thing Tiger's Builder is able to escape here. Also weakens Blue Scout a lot. Changed as it typed it? Huh. I don't get it. So Barrett's going up for Tiger. He is Aztec, so he will be going for infantry 4 there, and Lighty finds Tiger's 2 last sheep here. Tiger was scouting a bit down to the side here, so he didn't find his last 2 sheep up here. And now he sees his opponent also preparing a barracks. That could be bad news for Tiger, because Magyars, if he's going for men-at-arms as well, then Tiger's men-at-arms are at a disadvantage, because Magyars will have the +1 attack. But it also depends on the numbers, and Tiger will definitely be first to the field edge here. His opponent actually cancelled Loom to go up here, so I guess good awareness for him, even though no, he didn't cancel, he finished Loom just then, never mind, it was queued. So quite similar uptimes overall, same pop, a little bit of idle time for Tiger right there, but otherwise they're pretty similar. And he actually snipes his sheep back just in time here, nice awareness from Tiger. So Blue making his angry house vibes here, ready to go forward. Tiger hasn't been, yeah, he has them, he has one in stock here. Maybe he's gonna bail on the men-at-arms idea since his opponent is actually going for men-at-arms as well, or he could make more to defend if he needs to. Or he's just saving the gold for Aztecs to go up the Gas Ledge maybe a bit quicker. Here they come, there's another militia, third militia being added. Tiger could easily afford a few more once he gets the food for it, because he's Aztecs and he has more gold since his loom is for free. He saves 50 gold there. But it looks like he will settle for the three militia here to be... Is he going to take them into Men-at-Arms always, or is he just going for the militia here? That's the question. He seems a bit... No, there's the 100 food. He will go for another militia. He knows his opponent is going for it as well. And as we can see, the +1 for Magyars, they get that instantly. This is going to be difficult for Tiger to engage with the +1 attack here, and his Eagle Scout is in trouble here. Tiger actually not taking Men-at-Arms, but he is adding even another militia. He's 5-4 now, then it could, but he's still up against Men-at-Arms. So this could be a tough fight, but at least he has army at home to defend here. Places a house foundation here to block the units from pathing right in towards the barriers. So opponent sees there are 5 militia here, and Men-at-Arms will kick in very soon. Fantastic timing for Tiger there, nice quick wall, and he is now fighting 5-4 here, and also Blue Scout is actually weaker, or about the same HP as Tiger Scout. So Tiger could get away with this engagement, and he does. Even with +1 attack for his opponent here, he does very good here. So actually surviving this with 3 Men-at-Arms, and Tiger can go forward provided that his opponent isn't fully won. There is an archery range already, actually double range for 90 here. This might force Tiger into skirms, but that's no issue for the Aztecs. They have great economy, and they also could get atlatl skirm if you dictate later on to really make good use of their skirms. So, but now it's Tiger's move here. I think he will go straight for the barriers here, which are kind of exposed, but also dangerously close to the TCE. So he goes for the woodline instead here. So there's one archer out, but there's no fletching. Tiger wants the kill. He gets one villager here, evening out the villager count here to 28. So yeah, got decent value for these Men-at-Arms that have already been defended at home, causing him to lose only Men-at-Arms of his own. So KD in Tiger's favor, he did pick off 4 militia or Men-at-Arms for his opponent. And maybe also the scout actually. Yeah. So now pulling back, but there are already skirms in queue, so Tiger would handle these archers nicely here, even without fletching. He will have the skirms ready. Tiger mirroring his opponent here, he does the double range himself as well. And it's pretty even for now. It's slightly more military for blue, but that's archers, and Tiger has skirms to counter that, so Tiger should do it nicely here. Blue now adding his blacksmith. Is there a blacksmith going up for Tiger as well? There is at home, and he's adding a mix of archers and skirms here. Blue outnumbered Tiger here though. Tiger needs to be careful with which fight he's taking here, even with more skirms in the mix. And of course more archers coming forward for Tiger as well. He takes a fight here. Decent fight, I guess, since he has skirms in the mix. He picks off and he gets a little surround here, so he might actually be able to clean up all of Blue's archers here. And that's really bad news for Blue, being down to 5 military now, while Tiger is at 8 and increasing. So they're both producing, but Tiger has the numbers now. Now actually stable for light. He wants to deal with the skirmishers, and his scouts will have +1 attack for free. So they should do very nicely against the skirms, provided that he can actually get this stable up here, but he's being harassed a little bit by the skirm fire here. Tiger with 7-4 and is very much on the offensive here, but the stable goes up and we will be seeing scouts queued right away. But Tiger in the lead, although his opponent has fletching and doesn't have the army numbers to match Tiger, so it's still Tiger's fights to take here. This scout will be scary for Tiger though, because this could pick off the scurvs easily. And the GG is called, but I'm assuming also that this has to do with Kong hopefully showing up and ready to play. Because this was definitely not over. So you see quite even game, a largest army for Tiger. Aztecs good. Very busy, one of the best ones obviously, and eco lead as well, maybe not on the gold side, but he also made some skirms, so he needs the food and wood for that. So let's get back to the waiting line here. There we go. The lobby is filling up, and let's hope they will. He resigned because Tiger and Kong were supposed to start nearly half an hour ago, so Tiger mainly just queued the game to kill the time while waiting, I think. So it was definitely not GG, it was just a matter of getting the Desert Cup games going. So tough matchup here for Tiger. You can see Kong is in the 1700 plus 1v1 range, but Tiger is also stronger than his 1v1 rating here suggests. He just plays more teammates than 1v1, and they're both great team players as well. So don't get fooled too much about the numbers. Tiger has beaten Kong before. I know that Kong is probably the stronger player overall in the long run if the number of games won between the two of them. But Tiger can certainly pose a challenge against Kong, especially since they both know each other so well. They know each other's playstyles, preferences. So this should be a good set. Cheers. So lobby is filling up. I guess I'll have to think a little bit about what kind of civs to pick here, but maybe a little we will let Tiger just play the ranked game as Aztecs, but it remains to be seen. Yeah, Tiger said they would write me when they start, so just be patient here and see if they can get on their way soon. Okay, Tiger writes me, what does it say? Well, choosing home maps, okay. They are picking their home maps, meaning we will be seeing the game starting very soon. Well, guys. Right, I got a message. Does this mean they are launching? Startado, that means starting now. So, there we go. Tiger vs Kong. Aztecs vs Britons. Hold on, let me add this in from here. So here we go. Desert Cup quarterfinals between Tiger, here in the blue, playing as Aztecs, and Kong in the red, playing as Britons. So we've seen Kong playing Britons a lot. He's a solid player overall, but he likes his archer play with Britons, and they do have the extra range, as we know, moving on. So he could certainly use that to his advantage against the Aztecs skirms or archers or whatever is going to come from Tiger here. So I'd say Tiger has a nice map here, side gold, nice woodlands to wall in between. Might be a little bit cramped, but it's certainly an easy wall off. That's going to prove to his advantage, I think. It's going to be tougher for Kong to get to him if Tiger gets the wall off done early enough. And on Kong's side, a lot more open, honestly. This side should be okay, so he should be able to secure his main gold easily here, but then both stones are forward. Maybe we'll see a tower from Tiger actually, because both of the stones are forward. But the backside, real far stretched wall here. So Kong, he could secure a lot of terrain here, but not at not without paying a price for it. So already pushing in his deer here. Good thing for Kong is deer are close, and you could say that about Tiger as well. So nice lumber camp in the back here for Tiger. Tiger certainly has the nice Arabia Silver in the matchup. The Aztecs, Eagles, or even Atlatl Skirms, they and should be able to defend or offend nicely here, I guess. So none of them, they're just getting their own territory down for now. Kong scouting a little bit cheap here and there, but both getting grasp of the game and situation here. Kong is missing 2 sheep, they're in the back here. But he's been pushing deer, so honestly he doesn't really need all 4 sheep to get a decent start here. So it's off to wall off already on this side, I think. So he must be suspecting or knowing that his enemy is on this side. House on the woodland, yeah, he goes a bit further. I was gonna question why he puts it there, so he's gonna go a bit further here, and the wall is probably gonna go like this to secure the most weeks of gold here. So now only 5 on board for Kong here. I'm sure he's gonna send some more of his hunters here, but this has to be causing some decay, I guess. But not a huge issue in the long run. Going to see their boarless mirror. They're pushing in there, getting the boar, getting second boar for Tiger now. And Kong probably on the lookout for his last few sheep now. I'm not too sure if he'll prioritize going down there because he found the gold is the most important. And he's found his second boar as well, so maybe it's just gonna settle with the situation as it is. Also being Britain, he can harvest sheep faster, so... We see Tiger starting the wall off already, house walls. He probably delays this section a bit until he can push maybe a few more deer in if needed. And anything else than the men-at-arms or the rush opening from Aztecs would be surprising here. Kong feels close to the middle. Yeah, you could say that both players' TCs are like almost 16 tiles out. So they are actually in fact quite close. So fortunately for both players, no hills like close to their bases. Maybe only this one for Tiger, but that's not really gonna be an issue, I believe. And Kong seems to be going for the Drush. Maybe a Drush fast castle approach here, or Drush into archers maybe. And Tiger is preparing loom, so I think he will go up at his 22 pop and then go for the men-at-arms maybe. Do you have Kong going forward? Tiger, does he know where Kong is at all? Yeah, of course he does. He's scouting a bit with his eagle here now, but now let's see Kong's side here. Chilling out a little bit, but Tiger not fully walled yet, obviously, and I think Kong will be going straight for the berries here. Okay, might want to... I see, he doesn't really know his opponent's resource locations. So the Tiger, very efficient with the quick walls here. Doesn't want to let it rush in, he knows that Kong likes his rush. So Kong's not going to do any damage on this side, and he needs to use the militia to scout and try and find somewhere to hit. He could still be annoying and force some repairs or some such, but nice wall off from Tiger here. It's actually almost... well, it's not making his lumberjacks less efficient. That's right, these are the housewives, angry housewives at work here. Tiger, no, Kong will need to pass by Tiger's TC here to get to Tiger's berries, but they are have also been quick walled here. So other than causing a little bit of idle time due to walling, this is not really causing any issues to Tiger here. Tiger's angry housewives, look at the rolling pins in their arms here. Angry women, he's going to try and find a way in. He's in feudal age now, will be... I was going to say he would be taking men-at-arms, but it's actually not. Can't afford it gold-wise. So where did that gold go, actually? I only see 3 militia here, so... Kong being annoying, forcing some repairs here, but Tiger will also possibly be able to get in here. He's blocking the walls here. Nice. Kong's press. Thank you. Yeah, Tiger can definitely afford Man at Arms. So Kong will lose one villager here. Nice use of Tiger's Scout there to block out this walling here. But then again, Kong going up to field late. What's the situation like? Yeah, he shouldn't be able to go straight cast level. Probably going into archers for defense and whatnot. But he needs to deal with the Man at Arms here. Nice quick walls here. It's not gonna make it too easy for Tiger to get in here, but Man at Arms here could attack the gate exactly. And yeah, causing some idle time, some disruption here. Tries to block, doesn't quite succeed here, Tiger, but also needs to pay a bit of attention at home. But here's the archer cleaning up, hopefully, Kong's rush on this side. So Tiger realizes he needs to pull back. He can't go close to TC, then he will just lose these Man at Arms to TC fire. But Kong deletes one wall here. He needs to quick wall off again. And there's field late for Kong, so Tiger goes in. Let's see if he can. No, we can't see the archer range going up here. This could potentially have been delayed a little bit by the Man at Arms here, even if it meant sacrificing them to TC fire. But chooses to try and break in. I think he might. No, he's being locked out again here. And the Kong's rush still at work here. They evaded the archer fire here. Now they're going back in to try and find something. Could delay this blacksmith if Kong spots it in time, and Tiger now pulls his army back here actually. Looks like the end for Kong's crush here. Tiger now with the population lead. He has more BO3. He has I don't know where these guys are going, but yeah. Kong is nowhere close to 800 food. Indeed, he is now at 223. He's going for the double archery range. We've seen Kong put up some very fantastic feudal versus cast late fights before, so I wouldn't discourage his comeback just yet. But I agree that Tiger Stars looks a lot stronger here. Kong doesn't care about the sheep. I think they're in the back here just chilling out. But it will certainly help out for the forward here. So the Tiger with a few archers forward. His blacksmith up. We see fletching coming in now, and the last angry housewife of Kong here might actually go down to a wolf here now. So that solves that problem. Blacksmith for Kong as well. Kong is on 2 ranges. I believe Tiger is only on 1 at the moment. Yeah, it's true. He's missing food, so bad luck for Kong there. But okay, so 8 archers out for Kong. You know they don't have fletching though. Tigers have fletching, although it's 8 versus 3, and there's some Men at Arms and the Eagle Scout. I think Kong might be. Oh wait, there's more archers coming in for Tiger. Maybe. It's actually a bad fight for Kong overall here. Kong chooses to chase though. He only sees, this part of the army, not these archers. So if he goes for a fight towards these guys now and Tiger shields out on the hill, then Kong is forced into a really bad fight here. Even a skirm added for Tiger. Really strong playing by Tiger for the moment, luring Kong into the fight here, but the splits from Kong, he evades some shots there. He is proving his micro skill here now, and they both have fletching by now, so Tiger is actually looks to be Tiger's fight here, but a micro split for Kong saved a lot of his army here, and it puts actually Kong very close to Tiger's army numbers here now. See, Tiger's food eco is actually kind of weaker than Kong at this point, because Tiger has been adding skirts from something Kong has not. Not too great for Kong here. He doesn't want Tiger to have the hill, but I don't favor this engagement too much. Maybe he felt he needed to take it here. And or maybe he also knows that no, Tiger's also onto range production now, so real bad fight for Kong there. It's now 15 to 8 military here. Just for both wasting their army once. Yeah, you could say that. It should be dangerous to Tiger to keep pushing here though, because both Kong's ranges are here. He could easily just stack up and surprise Tiger and even do a little surround here, but now Kong has added skirps as well, so I'm gonna tab the different resources. It seems a bit imbalanced for Tiger unless he wants to go for Eagles or something already, Eagle Scouts, but I don't think that's the case. I think it's just focusing more on the army than on the eco at the moment, but he might still, if he gets a market up, he should be able to buy his way up to the castle age here, and he could get there at roughly the same time as Congo is also getting close to having the resources to click up here. So Tiger is spawning units to this hill here while keeping his army forward, harassing Kong's woodland a bit, but there's also woodland here, which is maybe could consider trying to hit at the same time here with this this army. Here comes Kong's counter army. He has a few skirms in the mix, but Kong will be clicking up shortly, I believe. He used the market a bit there, I think, to get the last bit of food or resources needed to go up. But look at the populations here, 66 to 64. Tiger with a slight military lead, and they're going to reach Castle Age at exactly the same time. This is an even matchup, guys. Kong is a slight bit on the forward here with just a few archers trying to find a way in, but Tiger's also nicely walled and pulls only his skirms back, keeping the archers forward, ready for a crossbow offensive of this woodland, I guess. The tower, panic tower, yeah, maybe, but also secures a lot. It secures both the gold and woodline, so I like this one. But it's certainly going to delay Kong's TCs here unless he's going to stone, which he hasn't. He actually has to go outside his base, but I believe he will do a TC drop here or something to secure the stone for more TCs. He will need to use the market to get the stone for the first TC though, and we will see a fight here. That's very bad news for Kong here, even with the hill. Let's see how he fares with this. He might just bail on this army overall now because he's well, it's being annoying with the splits here, but these guys just can't be saved. And a huge army from Kong on the right hand side here now. It's 17, it's a mix of archers and skirms. Looks like 12 archers and 5 skirms here. We know they're both hit cast at the same time. Tiger could do... Yeah, Kong has been on stone already, so he will drop a TC, I'm sure. Britain's TCs also cost less wood. And Tiger... But Tiger's also adding forward seizure, but Kong will definitely see this. So that might have been a little bit too offensive here, I'm not sure. Kong with the crossbows here, Tiger also taking crossbow. Quite similar military and villager counts here. And Kong, of course, reacting to the forward siege version from Tiger, adding the siege on his own here. Kong does seem to be considering to pulling his army back home though, so that's good news for Tiger, I guess. He will be safe at home for a little while longer. And yeah, very much even military here. Mangolan and Q for Tiger here. Kong pretty low on resources. He won't be. He's actually adding a ram, so he wants to soak some archer fire. That could be. If Tiger is going for the Eagle switch, that's good news for Tiger because the Eagles could handle rams pretty easily in front while. But nice pick off from Kong there. You just take the Magdalene the second. It's out from Tiger's Siege Workshop. And Kong is also having some army stocked up here. You could harass this woodland or this woodland actually with these crossbowmen. Also, Kong does have the extra range. He has +3. Tiger has only +2 on his archers and skirms. So if Kong uses this range to his advantage, Tiger could get a huge hit in there. So Kong needs to focus that mangonel now. Oh, fantastic micro there. Microing down one mangonel like that. Tiger has lost 2 mangonels now, and Kong's Rams will take out Tiger's forward siege workshop here. So picking off effectively quite a few of Tiger's numbers here now. Kong now with 36 military. It's a 10 military lead. He has some Rams taking out Tiger's forward production. But Tiger backs off back to the hill. He wants a lead skirmisher. It should be kicking in any moment now. There's still a range issue though, which Kong could exploit. He looks to be taking out this barracks as well now. So let's have a look at Tiger's arrest again. Seems to be set up maybe more for, yeah, spending a lot of food. Now getting upgrades for the skirmishers, getting the extra armor as well. But he needs to dodge Magdalene shots. This could be dangerous. Oh, very nice red game from Kong4ever. He predicted that split, and Tiger loses to another Magdalene shot here. Losing some vital numbers here now. Its military count is 45 to 21 at the moment. Tiger now adding siege further back home, but Kong breaks through. So he's facing against the lead skirmisher here now, but he has such huge numbers that that shouldn't be an issue for Kong at the moment. These guys are just sleeping at work over here, not really doing anything. And Tiger is dropping another range, so it's going for the skirm defense. Now 2 mangonels firing at Tiger's TC here. Will idle that. He sends his villagers somewhere else, but now Tiger's being really pushed heavily back now. See a forward stable for Kong as well. Could be light cab for the, or even knights for the elite skirms. So villager counts pretty even still, but then there's some military, which is very bad news for Tiger, being down 40 military here. Just very forced to stay at home here, so I don't think Kong will allow any expansion. But this, look at this, Nick Magodel could get a huge shot in here now. Come on. Kong evades it just in time, unfortunately. But there's 2 mangonels, it's no joke, micro against 2 mangonels, but Kong is firing on this TC now and keeping his army compact and together here. So Tiger really needs to take out these mangonels and preferably huge amounts of army here as well. Let's see if he can get the hit in. Gets 1 mangonel, nice shot. A bit of repairs on TC, but unfortunately it's out of stone, so he can't repair anymore. I don't think Tiger has been going to stone all this game, if I'm not mistaken, so I think this TC is history unless he buys some stone, but then he calls the GG. So was an even game for a long time here, but unfortunately in the end it's Kong's game with Britons with the superior range and some patience on the defensive side. Even a well put tower here to stop the harassment from archers on this woodline here. Hold on, let's update the score here a bit. Brings it to 1-0 for Kong here. Okay, the Kong in the end takes out a lot more army here, 60 to 35. Aztec eco pretty good here, but not nearly as much gold as Kong. So it's Kong could have afford much more siege in the end. But the uptimes here, look at this, exactly same Castle Age time. And same thing, like these guys are pretty even this game, but it turns out to be Kong's game in the end. He didn't make monks, that's why I lost. Yeah, exactly. So from the looks of it, guys, the lobby is up and we will have Dust as the next home map. If you win with monks with Britons, I'm massively impressed myself. Yeah, no argument there. That's tough. I think they may have launched the second one now. Let's see. No, they haven't. Yeah, not gonna go. Hey, Tiger. Why is this so hard? Come on. My doctor says smoking is bad for health. Yeah, you don't even need a doctor to tell you that. Tiger's being roasted in chat right now. Dude, you even forced the tower for Kong. You could have gone massive boom right away, even with the same castle chap time. Wanna go out for a jog? Oh no no. Jog smoke, jog break. Yeah, listen to myself. Only questions and no answers. Yeah, you could do Inca's Tower Rush on Desert Void Tiger. That worked out very well for our Akkal-AOE against me. But we have Dust, so it's not gonna be Desert Void, I guess. Human's Tower Rush A. Yeah, just do the Human double TC douche. Huh? Shoes and sips, alright. Good luck, have fun. Good luck, Tiger. Try not to Titanic. Indeed. The pressure is on, sir. Okay, so I think Dust is the map where Kong complained a bit against H that the woodlands were really not good. So let's see how we handle this time around. I could actually bring up the screenshots here for a bit, just for reference here. Let's avoid us. I think this. Okay, let's see. Arabia. Let's avoid dust. This is dust. So woodlands. If you're generation, this is for team game style, by the way. Okay, they're starting. All right, but this is dust. This is the map we will be seeing now. And give me a moment to also remove this one, and we should be good to go. Huns versus Lithuanians. Nice. There we go. The map is Dust. This is Tiger's home map, and he's playing as Huns. Weird TC placement, by the way. So just so close to the edge here. And the spawns are so close, man. Kong's TC on this side. Okay, not that close, but I mean, I would expect the player to be almost on the far side if this were the case. So look at Kong is going to be complaining about the woodlands again, I think, because he has some woodlands, but they're really small and just virtually nothing in the back for either player here. So they have these small clumps of woodlines, and then otherwise not really much to do. There's some hunt here for Tiger to push or to mill. These sabers are just mingling together, trying to block the scout here. But there's the option to go for the hunt for the faster food income, and I'm very curious to see how this plays out. Lithuanians with strong trash if the game moves on for a long while, but Huns, of course, not needing houses. It's not as dependent on wood early on. They save the wood in the long run, even though they start with less wood. And Tiger could just keep spamming army and take the army lead. Oh, there's a restart. Yeah. Okay, Tiger posted, so I'm assuming he called the restart here. So let's just get back. It's, yeah, not probably not greatest map for him there. The resources scattered all the way while Kong had the main gold in the back here. Yeah, it's literally Arabia. You could say that because it's the Desert Cup style maps. So the team is desert, so all of the maps will be Arabia-like here. So Tiger calls the restart. He was not happy with his resources and woodlands here, so probably not a bad call for restart here. The Ghost, you've had shitty woodlands on Arabia and DE, haven't you? You know what it's like. Realistic Arabia. Yeah, maybe you're right. Right, so let's just see if they're coming back here. Tiger is still playing Castle Brawl Arena here, but that's not our Tiger, so fear not. Refresh here. Should be any surprises. Same saves, obviously. And let's just get the game rolling here. So Tiger again in the blue. So it's actually the same kind of spawn here, but yeah, maybe slightly better resource disposition here now. But all three goals forward, that could be a disaster actually. But at least the gold to the side issue, and on this map you just can't expect. Okay, didn't mean to pause. I meant to pull up this one, and just fast forward to catch the live action here. So woodline on this side, woodline on this side. Otherwise, you have to migrate to get more wood as the game progresses. Kong's side, back gold here as well. There's two golds in the vacuum. This one is kind of, I wouldn't say it's blocked by woodline, but it kind of blocks the wood access. So Kong can't lumber camp in the back here as he maybe could have wanted to for extra security. But I don't think we're gonna call a re for that, considering that the main gold is there and yeah, all the resources seem in place here. Forward stone for Kong, so you see Tiger pushing in the Zebra already, wants to get going. I'm sure he scouted these two elephants here. Kong's map for does this, he has the map hacks. Certainly does. But still, we won't see a full wall here still. Yeah, I wonder how much he paid HJ. Well, you know, Airfell, Kong was complaining about dust when he played against HJ in this map exactly. So maybe there's something in the works here. We never know. Kong is already forward actually. Maybe looking to lame here. Then laming sheep is allowed. Laming sheep is allowed. Laming boar is not. but I don't think there's any sheep left for Kong to lay here. Tiger knows that that's a potential scenario. Bribing indeed. Tiger at least has the back berries though, but now he will be slightly... no, just passing. The Tiger reacts to the scout passing through with some creek walls here. The Tiger now looking for Kong, he seems to be scouting the wrong side here. He found some woodlands, so he might be suspecting something, but it's a 3-tile gold, so this can't be going in Kong's base. Right, so now we'll be going to find Kong here. Kong might even full wall his left hand side here, but I don't think we'll ever see a full walling on the whole base here. There are 2 forward stones for Kong, so if Tiger opts for a tower rush, which he could, which is not really... oh, he could pick off this walling villager. This woman is down, is in trouble. Yep. That's definitely one villager down for Kong unless he quick walls her in, but Tiger is moving around to prevent this woman from quick walling. Yeah, gets the last hit and she's down. Tiger to the villager lead now, 19 to 18. Nice start for Tiger. Kong now going to wall his backside as well. Yeah, definitely map hacks for Kong here, but also starting extra food from the Lithuanians. He could be going up any moment now. Tiger should be closing in as well. I'm sure he has his boar, or rather elephant here, and once he drops this food off, he will be up, and Tiger will be up with one more villager. And all things considered being... oh, he might pick up another worker here, but she's loomed, so this is not gonna happen. Kong is not housed because of it either, and Tiger now might lose his scout, and that's bad news for Tiger, unfortunately. That's 1 scout down for the scout fight in the opening if it comes to that. But look at these guys' uptimes. It's going to pretty much the same uptimes, and it would have been the same population as well, but Kong did lose 1 villager. So once the feud regression starts, if they both go for scouts, it should leave Tiger in a position to afford more scouts overall. But then again, Kong has the Lithuanian food bonus and is doing some interesting walling here, I must say. Is he trying to write GG or what? So dropping a barriers right next to his TC, doesn't want to be harassed by the scout, even being on so low HP. This builder is on real low HP as well, but Tiger can't take the fight. And it's actually not going to be scouts for Tiger, it's going to be a... hold on. It's going to be men-at-arms for Hans here. Yeah, Kong fixed his walls now. Right, so not men-at-arms, I guess. Maybe Tiger decided since his initial scout is so weak, he doesn't want to go for the scouts opening right away. Here comes the Drush. He sees the stables. He could easily... no, he couldn't easily deny it. Maybe delay it a little bit by going close here, but then there's TC fire again, and his scouting intel is on point, but Kong walling towards his TC here is actually going to keep Tiger from making any aggression possible here. Unfortunately, he might harass the walls a little bit here, but won't be able to do any damage with these angry housewives here, I think. Unless Kong is sloppy and lets him through, and Kong is preparing the scouts. He just completed first mill upgrade here, now some scouts in the field. They could also clean up the militia here if he needs to, but he'll just quick wall them out, I believe. And Tiger is walling in his wood builders here now, and he's preparing spears, of course, because he knows what's coming. 3 scouts on the field now, looking to do some damage on Tiger's side. And Tiger is taking into archers, so his follow-up is indeed going to be archers here. Hey ho yeah! Nice quick calls from Tiger here. But one villager is left exposed here. But the spearman comes to the rescue and saves this woman. Now going for the berries, I believe. Now 2 spears on field. Kong splits up, almost gets inside the gate here, and this woman, the lumberjack, is on the outside here. That's unfortunate for Tiger. But I think she's camouflaged behind the gate here, so Kong couldn't really target her. And now actually Tiger's militia, angry housewives here, are hunting down this villager, so they will get a kill. And now Tiger should definitely move in here while it's here open. This is open, I believe. He sees it. He sees a weak villager. He could pick off her as well, because Kong is busy microing scouts forward here. So both players forwarding each other. Tiger gets 2 kills. He's in a 4 villager lead now. Kong is now towering Tiger's 1 woodline here, so Tiger will need to migrate to this woodline to have safe access to woods, although this lumber camp is also in somewhat safe territory here. So Kong fights off the militia aggression at home with some villagers here. That's lots of idle time for Kong actually. And also dropping 1 tower here means that Kong's TCs in Castle Age will be delayed unless he has more on stone at home. He is mining a bit of stone, he's 4 on stone. So what we're seeing from Kong is actually kind of a scouts and towers thingy here. I think this tower may need fletching to reach this one. But then again, Tiger might already have teched that for his archers, or will do once he gets his blacksmith up. Chasing the scouts now with both spears and archers here. Maybe the archers would benefit from taking out some forward aggression here, but I think Tiger will eventually be forced off this woodland, unfortunately, and it's not an easy task to batter down these towers now, because there's 2 towers here. And Tiger's forward aggression is down. But Tiger has a huge villager lead, that has to be said. He is never going to have the issue of being housed as Hunt, and he's of course making a new lumber camp on his safe wood on this side. Kong is expecting a migration towards this woodline, and he just hangs around with his scout to stop the villagers from getting it up. And Tiger is also sending spears, so okay. Now 8 tigers on the forward for Tiger, and still no fleshing for now, and good awareness for Kong already putting down a tower here. I think Tiger sees the tower going up, or likely going up, or he just simply expects it. So he passes right next to it and wants to go in through the same opening again as earlier. So Tiger is off this woodline. He may need to pay a bit attention here to villagers so as not to lose them. But he is also trying to break through this palisade here, and should take some shots here. Where are Kong's scouts? Did he clean them up? Now here are scouts, and also 5 skirms for Kong going forward. I have to say Tiger is nicely on the offensive here, but and also, yeah, their ecos, they're spending their committing to field here. Their ecos are miles away from going up for cast stage. That goes for both players. And Tiger's archers still without fletching, but taking a decent fight, picking down the scouts here. Losing some, but Tiger will need a response to skirms here. He's dropping a blacksmith now. Really wants fletching for those archers, but he is inside Kong's base. He's denying some walls here. He will pick off even more villagers here. Look at the villagers here. 40 villagers to 27, and Tiger also with the villager lead. Tiger is in a really great position here, and it's also a means to mass a lot more archers. And Kong's eco is very crippled at the moment. Archers both here are splitting up, taking Kong off gold. Kong is migrating now towards this woodline. So Tiger likely needs to scout that happening, otherwise Kong will have access to wood without Tiger knowing for a while. And Skirps go to dangerously close to Tiger's TC here, but he's fine. But yet again, still very nice position for Tiger. Being hounds, not needing houses, he's very much in the villager lead here. And if Tiger spots this area as well, then it could be tough for Kong to get back. Kong with forward villagers here, he might be looking to tower Tiger's gold here or something. But they're running dangerously close to Tiger's TC here. Kong is also adding skirmishers at home, is dealing with the archer forward here. They still don't have fletching actually. I think the blacksmith with the app, but Tiger is missing the food eco forward, which he's working on now. He's being pulled off from his main goal now, Tiger, but he's reacting by going to stone so he could make more defensive towers on his own. And yeah, committing to go forward here. I think Tiger must have seen by now that Kong is not taking any of his wood lines. So I would love to see Tiger trying to tell where Kong has moved his wood eco to. Defensive tower now should go up, but not at low cost here. This villager will die. It's now at 11 villager lead for Tiger, but the tower goes up. Might be able to deal with, if not skirms, at least the archers here. And villager count's pretty even now. Tiger camping out with a few archers, but he really needs to find Kong's woodline here. This skirm, I don't know what he's up to, just passing I guess. Kong doesn't really react to that. And now Kong actually builds another tower on the gold, really doesn't want Tiger to take it. You see how Kong is playing this map here, is actually now denying more or less Tiger's, all three of Tiger's gold. Tiger really needs to find a neutral goal, will use market now to get production going. Is really bad news for Tiger. And 9 villagers, forward villagers from Kong, just battering away on the archery range here, and I think these villagers will take out an archery range here, which is just demoralizing to watch, considering that Tiger has the villager lead, but he can't access any golds. And Tiger admittedly had an even worse map before this one, but now he reduces production to forward villagers. Now is towering this gold, and that should be safe from any towers from Kong, so Tiger is certainly not giving up yet. He must know, if not from score, but from his situation and his forwarding, that he's in a decent position still. He has 10 villager lead. He's losing his production because he doesn't really have any answer to these skirms at the moment. And he just has to remain composed, try to secure his resources, placing another tower on his gold. Just not going to go and give Kong any option to tower this gold. But meanwhile, Kong has very safe wood income on this side, and that's not going to stop him from doing anything. He should be going for his... He's actually going for the back gold first here, so he won't risk archer fire. So Tiger's now back on gold. Kong is running back with his villagers here. Tiger could consider chasing them with some skirms, I guess, but it doesn't really have any mobile army to deal with these guys. And Kong with even more army here, and he has the villager lead now 17-7. So playing against Kong in Feudal Wars, that's, or in any case, but especially Feudal Wars, that's no joke. Kong is an amazing aggressive player, but it looks like Tiger now will be going for Castle Age. And if you can get knights out, what's Kong's situation here? He's very far off from the next age, so it's Tiger. Oh, look at this tower from Kong now going up on Tiger's woodline as well. But I believe Tiger will send villagers to banner this down. There's only one tower. He cannot allow another tower to go up on the woodline here. This is Tiger's only secure woodline at the moment. Yeah, places a defensive tower on his own, but yeah, maybe in Castle Age he will be able to deal with it. He has gold access, but he won't have wood access for siege weapons. So he garrisons in both towers. I think he has both towers firing on this tower now. So Kong is pretty much just buying himself time now, roaming around with skirms on this side as well, and Tiger is forced to fight with his only army on this side at the moment, fighting off skirms with villagers, and he doesn't want to idle them for too long, so he brings them back here to get them back to work. But you have Castle Age kicking in for Tiger, a stable going up, but also 2 spearmen here. They will die to tower fire, I believe. So what's gonna Tiger's play in the Castle Age gonna be? He is very much off wood, but he can afford quite a few knights here. So, and once he gets the knights out, it shouldn't be a problem dealing even with mass skirms if you can get 3 or 4 knights out. But Kong delays the stable for as long as possible. Tiger is actually committing to 2 stables here. He is going full for Knight's approach here. Unfortunately, losing a lot to tower fire here as well, and we'll lose this defensive tower. But he's taking bloodlines and scale barding armor here. And one knight is out, now able to deal the skirm. Needs to dodge the spear, luring him towards tower fire here. Could get some help from the towers here, and needs more knights out. But with the armor, he should be able to handle the small groups of spearmen as well. Kong adding another tower. And Tiger has an archer on this side just chilling out. Firing at the walls at the moment, actually. Does Tiger have the market? He does, so he could use the market to adjust. He could buy wood now at the moment, and that's what he needs to do because he really doesn't have any secure wood. I would love to see Tiger expanding, I guess, to try and find some to TC neutral woodland or something, but he looked like he wants to go forward here, but decides to deal with wait for 1 arbors instead. Now he has a siege workshop up, he's going for to run down these towers and secure this woodland again. If the wood eco allows, maybe we will see Tiger adding a TC on this side or something, but these knights should be able to stop these villagers from getting this tower up. Maybe get some kills as well. But great value from Kong from his forward here has been harassing Tiger's eco the whole time and been playing the map very nicely, but it has to be said these gold locations for Tigers are less than optimal, to say the least. But finally, these towers will clear up. Tiger will again have wood access, but at the cost of Kong now almost reaching Castle Age. But Kong will need to do a switch as well, of course. He could take into Pikeman here, which is, I think, is likely considering he knows now that Tiger is going heavily on the knights here, but Tiger has a huge head start with Castle Age army here, and if he finds this group of army, maybe he can focus them down in time. Also, Tiger wants to extend his villagers. He's still in the villager lead, which I find impressive considering the pressure he's been under. He wants to deal with his towers, he wants to free up his gold. We will be seeing a TC here shortly, I'm sure, near one of these golds, but I need to stress the fact as well that Kong is at 25 and 3, is approaching Castle Age. Tiger obviously can't know that until he's up. But yeah, Kong is stonewalling his side. Doesn't want to take any chances here. Fantastic map hacks for Kong on this side, actually being able to keep Tiger out, but and also a huge army that will be upgraded to crossbows. Not pikemen, maybe Kong can't afford it. He doesn't have the food or gold eco to support pikeman upgrade just yet, which is something Tiger maybe could exploit, but he wants to clean up everything here before going forward. So it looks like this ram is going forward. That could deal with stone walls as well. But I would think I would prefer to see Tiger's Knights going forward, try to do some on damage. Kong has even had the time to TC this woodland now. Imagine if Tiger had known about this and would send 2 or 3 knights just to raid away these villagers before they could actually get to it. Now all of Kong's army is forward. He has crossbows here with the +2. He has not insignificant amount of pikes with the attack upgrade and defense, is it? And here's only 2 villagers building a town center for Tiger, and Kong knows about that because he had a tower there, so he knew that the town center foundation was going up, and Tiger will now lose this ram to pikes here. He has to be careful about the TC foundation as well, because the crossbowman could actually snipe this if he's not careful. But I have to say, very impatient for Tiger as well, now adding scorpions. He has knights in the mix here. He has very unbalanced eco at the moment, very wood heavy here. And he doesn't really want to force this fight against these pikes either, but maybe he needs to do the fight after all before these spearmen can become pikemen. But this foundation really needs to be deleted before Kong can take it out. And I think Tiger has forgotten about this one and will lose it. Nope, he did this in time, so he saved some wood and stone after all. Scorps are out, not getting too many hits in. Nice idea there to focus down the spearmen here. So Tiger with 14 military count, Kong with 39 now. He is adding even more crossbowmen and spearmen as well, but why aren't we seeing the pikeman upgrade? He still can't afford it, or still doesn't prioritize it. He's confident in these guys doing the job for him, and that's of course a lot of spearmen as well with some upgrades, making it hard for only knights to engage. We would need a critical mass of scorpions, or a few more scorpions to deal with this. Tiger could afford a mangonel by now, but then there's the spears again that could deal with that for him. I think the second siege workshop, I like the idea, but it's been denied and could be put into other. So this is actually the second TC foundation that's been denied for Tiger. So some very resilient playing from Kong here, just sustaining his forward and abusing the fact that all of Tiger's 3 golds were forward from the start, and something that surely had Tiger motivated. Tiger fleeing back towards his towers here, which I think is good. He's now forcing the fight against the spears here, but he will lose so much in the process because there are crossbows behind, and this is not looking great for Tiger right now. Now Kong is even adding forward siege. He wants to end this. And Tiger has 1 siege work from importance here, but I think he might have forgotten about this one. Focus the spear, nice, scorpions firing away. His Tiger is cleaning up here now. Look at the bit of count, it's 19 to 6, but these are... Oh, they bugged out. At this point, I think we will be seeing any monasteries out here for Kong. He is Lithuanians after all, so... Yeah. They improved pathing, melee pathing, and it got worse than ever, right? So Tiger now with 3 siege workshops. He means he will be able to make use of his wood and gold situation here, and defending nicely against Kong, who is still going for pikes and archers line. He's adding monk as well. I'm sure he wants to go for the relics to transition into knights, and Kong's forward siege workshop is not going to do anything for him here. It gets down before he can even produce a unit from there. So army count looking nice for Tiger right now. It's 15 to 23, but Tiger definitely has a stronger army. If he keeps them together and can bring some infantry and archers down here by scorpions, it should put Tiger in a good position to push. Needs to pay attention to... Yeah, of course he can see the monk, it's out of his range, but maybe looking for an opening to get in now. He could break through the palisades easily. But Tiger's scouting is limited. He doesn't know about Kong's expansion here. So Tiger's floating a lot more resources than Kong. I don't know if he's either to go imp here. Can't believe he will go imp just yet, but it certainly looks like it from the food and gold count here. He's not producing anything at all here now. He is losing lots of knights here to the pikes, unfortunately. So now only down to 5 military again, but of course reducing Kong's military numbers as well. But now adding more knights at home again, adding more stables. He saw the monk, so he must now suspect that Kong is going for relics. No relics picked up yet. And look at the villager lead. Very, very huge for Tiger here. He's been producing nicely after defending from push. So even with Kong's now 4 TC boom, he's very behind in military count and in military count. So very even game overall here. This is Tiger's win or lose game format. If he loses, he won't advance because it's a best of 3 here. These Scorpions look in danger here, but the Knights run in. Would have loved to see Tiger take the second armor for the Knights as well. He did have the wood and gold eco for it not so long ago, but he's chasing away Kong yet again, having the Scorpions firing behind, taking decent fights here, but these pikes are dangerous. Very nice hit from the Scorps here. So looks looking to be a slow push from Tiger now. He's the one going forward now. He's very, very good defense early on has paid off. He's secured his all 3 golds of his again. He's actually spent one of the golds, but he's forcing Kong on the back foot. Kong is unusually much behind in villager counts here because he's investing mainly in army here, which of course is the correct approach against Huns who can just spam army endless because they're never getting housed. But Tiger can also afford a castle now. He will be placing a defensive castle most likely. He could of course go forward with it as well, but he wants to go forward. This is the get out of my game castle. He's not joking around here. He wants to take Kong off woodlines here, not knowing that Kong was on this side, but this woodline is actually depleted. So, so Kong would need to extend to new woodlines again. He has one over here, of course. But very ambitious castle here. Wants to take Kong off stone here. Yes, he doesn't want Kong to get to, for example, Lytis with the relics, did he? Yeah, nobody has focused on the relics just yet. And imagine if Tiger can get to Imperial Age and get Trebs out early enough here. He should be in a very good position to take this to a game 3. Kong is now pulling army and villagers to the far side here. He might be looking for the neutral golds or woods here, but population-wise, Tiger with 40, almost more population than Kong. He notices that there aren't any villagers at all around this TC, so Tiger might take out these buildings with knights only, and the castle goes up. And Tiger secures some woodlines for himself near Kong's base. Kong drops another TC. I'm sure Tiger isn't aware of this. He doesn't quite know there's a woodline either, but shouldn't really be an issue considering that the situation at the moment. Yeah, I agree. It's packed with action, so much back and forth opening as well with Kong's forward. I can't believe Tiger survived that, honestly. I have to mention again that Tiger has had 3 golds here. One there, one there, one there. All 3 golds forward. Unfortunately a backstone, but he didn't take that right away. He will break through now. Should be doing some serious damage here now. But Kong is, I wouldn't say he's catching up, but he is closing in on 100 villagers, so his eco will be increasing as well. His food eco is not pretty at the moment though, because he's investing of course in military again, pikes and stuff. So Tiger loses 1 knight here, but Tiger is indeed in 30 armies, corps and knights, and forward castle here is also 54% castle age, adding some forward ranges. Could be Scurbs against the crossbows and packs here, because that effectively counters everything of this army actually. And still the Scorps doing nice work here against Kong's pikes, especially. They need to focus the pikes, but Kong runs in, of course, he wants to take out Scorps as much as possible. Tiger does take the fight against the pikes here as well, but knowing that he has the Scorps firing behind, he takes out so much of Kong's army here now. It's 29 and Kong 27 for Tiger, but Tiger with definitely the more gold heavy army with Knights and Scorpions, more HP, more army. Adding forward Ranger, Tiger just, he really wants a game 3 in this set. And Tiger reaching Imperial Age, how will Kong react to that? He has to stay in Castle Age himself, but he's certainly not giving up yet, but there will be threats from Tiger any moment, I'm sure. So Tiger has already teched into Elite Skirm. Did he just use Knights as a meat shield of Scorps? Indeed he did. This is looking very good for Tiger right now, and we might be seeing a game 3 in this set. Look at Tiger even taking Cavalier now, and he will have quite a few Knights to justify the Cavalier upgrade. It's gonna take a while, of course, but what does Kong do with Castle Age pikes and his now? Well, he's even in the army, is adding some monks. Gets a conversion, but that's a weak Cavalier. So, but I would love to see Tiger scouting Kong's expansion to the size. It's only a matter of time. He's raiding Kong's home base here. It's really tough, and we should also remember the fact that Huns get Siege Ram, so that might be Tiger's next play here to take out production and buildings effectively with Siege Rams in the end. He's taken Capped Ram already. He should be able to sustain food eco for Siege Ram as well, and he's keeping his military lead here with Cavalier. And now he's spotted one of Kong's expansions here. I think he's gonna run around and try and find the next one as well. So the Siege Workshop is not going up just yet because it's been blocked by army here, but that's only a matter of time. Kong now adding a market at home. I think he's desperate for his eco now. He has to adjust, but he's running so low on resources as well and can't really produce much. And this looks a lot like Tiger's game at the moment. Kong committing a lot here to the fights, but his production is very limited. If you look at the production tab here, this just can't not be Tiger's game. Trebs out on the field as well. Capped Ram. Let's see if... Yeah, he could afford Siege Ram if he wants to. I don't think he'll prioritize it. Just get ballistics for the... Getting ballistics for the skirms as well. There it is, it's GG and Tiger. Fantastic performance here, honestly, from both players, with Kong's early pressure and playing the map with the 3 forward goals that Tiger had here. But Tiger somehow managed to hold on, defend, merged from this woodline when it was stopped by towers, and merged over to the other woodline, which Kong also towered. But Tiger chose to take the fight at home, stay at home, knows that he will be able to get to Castle Age earlier, and he can more easily mass army with Huns or all. And just makes the right decisions all the way and finally gets the push. Very, very patient play from Tiger, and I can't believe he managed to hold on and get back from that. Very good game. So we have to mention as well that Tiger, I think he actually was in the villager lead the whole way along, but he sustained that and at the same time was able to make army. Impressive set. But look at the army here, Kong with so much army all the way, of course a lot of trash mixed in here, but he held on for so long, so very intense game. So let me put up the score to now 1-1. And we'll be moving on to the next game. I need to stretch my legs a bit, but I wouldn't be surprised to see if there's a Kong smoke after this game as well. Right, I'll be right back. Okay, I guess we're having a Kong smoke again since Tiger's in the chat. You protected it from your own villagers instead of his. Yeah, it was a fantastic game, very much back and forth there. So, will this be Sahara for Kong's map? I don't think so. I don't think Kong has been picking Sahara. He's been picking different kinds of maps. Actually, I think I've seen him pick Desert Void as well, but could be Serengeti the Ghost. I think I've seen some nice matches of Kong on Serengeti. And it's also one of the more familiar ones. It is Sahara. Oh, thanks. Nice. So the Ghost is right after all. Yeah, let me edit that one. Yeah, no worries. So focused to Titanic. Yeah, don't Titanic for us now. We need another good one here. I predict Franks versus Franks. Yeah, Sahara should be cavalry heavy, I think, but you can't discourage Archer's play there either. Well, if you see some Saracen's Archer masterpiece, maybe even Saracen Cav Archers with the building bonus. I'm looking forward to it. Can only promise Titanic from either me or Kong. Okay, we'll see. Kong is still smoking. Kong has to be nervous now. He needs to make the last game count. But he does have the home map advantage. So you think Kong will bring his A game now? Yeah, we'll see. Oh, your O game. Yeah. Well, well, well. Okay, so Tiger and Kong, they're both in the lobby now. Yep, good luck, have fun. I'm sure it will be a good one in the end, after all. No Titanics allowed. Starting now, okay. Hold on, let me bring up the right overlay. And here we go. So it's Sahara. And we have Mayans versus Ethiopians. Ay ay ay. Tiger sent me a private Discord message. He said he would Persian douche Kong. Oh no no. Alright guys, we have two archer civs against each other here. So Tiger here in the blue playing as Mayans. Gold to the side, stone in the back-ish here. At least the stone should be easily secured. But then main gold, yeah, not ideal. And the side gold a bit forward there. Kong on the other side. Nice wall offs on the back sides here at least, but yeah, you should be able to full wall and secure, but he will only be able to secure his main gold, I think, by walling. So, but again, I think Kong has the map hacks here. I mean, Mayans obviously they have the opportunity in the late game to, or mid-late game to go for the Eagle Warriors as a counter. They against the Ethiopians, so if it comes to that, that would be good for Tiger. But in the early game, if it comes to archers, fights, and micro, it's going to be really tough for Tiger to keep up with Kong's faster firing Ethiopian archers, I believe. Not to mention Kong even gets the extra resources when aging up to each age with the Ethiopians. Well, let me fast forward a bit to catch up with live game time here. But interesting matchup, two archer civs. Mayans arguably more mobile considering they have the eagles. But curious to see how it develops here. Kong going forward for the first board now. And looks like he wants to start the wall off already. So Kong should have a decent wall off. As said, I don't think he will prioritize this gold as it's on the hill, but he will wall off to secure his main gold and also this side for sure to make sure that Tiger's army only has the forward entry point unless Kong somehow succeeds to full wall up here as well. You don't think Mayans can do anything against Torsion and Union Scorpions? That's true. Should it come to that kind of unit composition, then Mayans will struggle. So Barracks going up for Kong already. Could it be a Drush from the Ethiopian player here? Tiger more likely to opt for Men at Arms here since he didn't place the barracks just yet. And has to be said, Kong has a very good Drush. He does that a lot. Drush, Fast Castle, or these kinds of stuff. He's actually placed the barracks before the mill here. So it's going to be an early Drush from Kong. Already one militia out at minute 650-ish. And he's queuing at least one more. He's going to get the wall off towards his main goal here. And he's most certainly going to reach Tiger before Tiger can wall off. Well, you know the ghost, the point of a Drush isn't necessarily to pick off villagers, it's just to cause idle time and disturb the opponent. So even if he has Loom, you could still disturb his playing and progress a lot. And as we say that the villagers of Tiger on the berries are walking in limbo here, doing back and forth, that's a bug in the game, that's very annoying, that they just run into each other, not really doing anything. But Tiger with a significant villager lead here. And he's up to feudal. What does Kong do? Why is Kong 3 villagers behind? He must have had some idle time due to the Drush here. Sending 3 militia forward. Scouts on the side. Tiger is actually laming Kong's sheep here, and I think he will be able to bring them back home. So again, Kong is missing 2 sheep in the early game, but in return his Drush will come forward. Tiger will be feudal age, Kong will be opting for the full walls, and oh, nice decision there to secure 2 wood lines with the walls there. And I think Kong will be full wall before Tiger can do anything. But Tiger has units in the barracks as well. Kong attacks the barracks first to see when the units ungarrison from the barracks. Kong will be ready to take the fight. So one militia is out. Kong should pay attention here, and he could pick off this one easily. That might have... was that an intentional diversion from Tiger here? Sending out one to have Kong chasing that one and think that he didn't have more. Now Kong needs to actually pull this Drush back, and he hasn't accomplished anything with this early Drush. He literally didn't do anything, and Tiger is up to the feudal age. Can he afford Men at Arms? He can that as well if he goes for it. But then again, Kong will be full walled. Tiger won't be able to break through most likely, so his forward won't really do any damage either. He's actually not taking the Men at Arms. I think he realizes that full wall might be in progress here, and that... no, there it is. Okay. So if Tiger can run away for long enough, he should be able to take a nice fight when Men at Arms kick in, but he's at 70%. He will take some damage before that, but now he can back towards the hill. Kong's army with more HP overall, and but Men at Arms kicks in, and Kong can't take the fight as easily anymore. He's even double palisading down here. Might intend to do the same here. Is now probably gonna house wall here. So Kong shouldn't let these Men at Arms in. So think Kong is looking to get some hits in here. He does take a good fight there and weakens this Man-at-Arm a lot. And now Kong has the numbers. He obviously doesn't have the strength as compared to this, but he is weakening Tiger's forward here. He shouldn't be wasting his scout though. His scout might... Yeah, he saves it, but... Or does he? Kong loses his scout. That's great news for Tiger, because Kong, well, knows Tiger's location, but it certainly limits Kong's further scouting potential. But Archer already out for Tiger. Kong isn't even in feudal age yet, but... And he also isn't set up really for the... Doesn't look like he will have the eco to go quickly enough to cast him as well. He needs more gold for that. Tiger now taking fletching. He has the mine eco working for him as well, so he is further away from Castle Age right now, but he's investing, of course, more in army. It's 8 military to 0 right now. The men-at-arms doing work, and archers making quick walls a bit tougher. I think Tiger might want to look for another entry point rather than trying to break through triple palisades here. So Kong's very, very much on the defensive side here now, but let's see what happens when he gets up. Yeah, he will indeed be able to go straight to Castle Age if he wants to, because he will get the extra resources as well when reaching feudal. So what's the play on? He's gonna go straight for Castle Age's Q. 1 villager, 2 villagers maybe. And here's the blacksmith archery range. So he's kept Tiger's armies out. Tiger's not going to break in at any point, and Kong will most certainly be earlier with crossbows here. Now Tiger will break through. Kong is beginning to wall towards his TC to limit the damage that Tiger can do here. This section looks... yeah, it's closed. So Kong now with 2 archery ranges. Tiger's reinforcement. He has 2 archery ranges at home as well. His archers are cheaper, but they have a long, long way to go to get here. Fletching is in for Tiger. What's the situation for Kong? He's queuing the archers, and he will have crossbows when the time comes. And Tiger's eco is unfortunately far off from Castle Age now, so he will be forced to fight Castle Age with feudal age units for a while here. So very patient play from Kong here. Tiger now sending in some villagers to repair. Kong now sending villagers to repair, I mean. He doesn't want to lose his production abilities here or have his army ungarrisoned. But he now has, yeah, he's screwing both archers and skirms. He now has a total army of 5, but it's against 20. Remember how easy it's for Mayans to mass archers. Yeah, Kong went straight up. He did the rush fast castle play here. So he's still at a military disadvantage, but as long as he keeps his production up and gets to crossbow, which he can, should be able to tech immediately with the extra resources for Ethiopians, it's going to be tough for Tiger. So Kong releases some army here, but they will be staying behind, I assume. He won't be adding siege right away, I think. Here comes crossbow, it's being teched, and 10 army for Kong now. But that's actually only going to be 5 crossbows. That can't be enough, surely. And it looks like Kong even sold stone to have more gold for production. I think he is just going for the archer numbers here. Tiger backs off, which makes sense because he is, well, he's closing in on Castle Age himself, but he's going to take some time to research it. But look at the villager lead. Obviously, because Tiger is still in the same age, he's been producing consistently at home. He's pulling back. It's easy to find hills to camp on here, and you don't really need to risk any fights. But Kong will be chasing, and he will be adding numbers. He will be firing faster. Tiger now adding a market, maybe looking to buy some food to rush his cast stage going up. He does have 16 farms working for him with the mines, so should be able to get up. So it's 25 army for Tiger versus 16 for Kong, but Kong with Castle Age, and for now only the +1 is hasn't been stressing Cong4ever just yet, but certainly has a stronger army and looks to get some hits in here. With crossbows he should also easily be able to break through the palaces here, and that could be really bad news for Tiger, who needs to get to Castle Age before he can take a sensible engagement against Kong here. But Tiger keeping his military numbers up. Of course, he did take very few losses, only 2 losses there, and he killed 11 from Kong. So that's some good army management right there. Tiger is also full walled, and Kong needs to find an entry point. It's also low on wood because he's constantly producing archers. And I'm guessing he will be adding forward siege at some point, but for now he needs to match the Mayan production of army here, and yeah, he's dropping a house forward means he will likely drop more production buildings forward as well. But if Tiger can hold on and keep his army alive until he can get crossbow for himself, then there's an opening. That is not great for Tiger. Kong now running in, Tiger walling towards his TC of course, but this is only Feudal Age army, remember. He's closing in on Castle Age now, so if he can get crossbow himself then it's looking better, but I also have to mention the villager lead here. Kong is staying on 1 TC for now. So what's Tiger's play gonna be here? He has good eco here, he can get botkin right away, so they will have botkin at nearly the same time. Kong will have it slightly earlier. And numbers 40 to 30, Kong backs off actually, but will be adding forward siege for sure. Yeah, there it is. And Kong is now picking off some villagers. I'm sure he would have wanted to chase this army, but crossbow is in. It's 21 towards 25 now, but there are some skirmishes in the mix here for Kong. Kong 34 military, Tiger with 41. And I don't think feudal age skirms will matter all that much in this sense. So real tough match for Tiger. He does have roughly the same numbers. He has maybe a bit fewer. Oh, nice mangonel shot there. He kills off a lot of Kong. He gets 3 or 4 crossbows in that hit. And look, from the archer range, here come more crossbows and skirms. So we've been patiently stacking up on units here. It's 46 to 34 military here now. And as that mangonel pops out for Kong, Tiger splits. And maybe... Okay, focuses down the... Wow! Fantastic fight for Kong here, for Tiger here. He takes up so much of Kong's army here and weakens the Ethiopian army just so much. So Kong down to 21 military now, Tiger with 43. Look at this KD, it's 28 to 9 for Tiger. And the Mayan eco, as we know, is just going to go stronger and stronger. It's 2 TCs and a university for Tiger. He wants to go for the early ballistics as well. Kong's still on 1 TC at home, so it's going to be near impossible for Kong to match Tiger's boom here. Mines. Tiger, 8 more villagers, but double the army now. So fantastic. I'm gonna look at all these weak units as well. So with some good army management here, then the fight is should be in Tiger's favor a lot here. Look at the mango going forward again. Kong sees that, he backs off. Or maybe he just expects it and doesn't see it, but if Tiger gets another hit in, that's just disaster for Kong. So, picks off 1 there. 1 unit is 1 unit. Great playing with Tiger here now. I think Tiger has not brought his O game, he's bringing his A game here, and No Titanic for Tiger on this one. But we know as well that Kong is a fighter, is a very resilient player. He may be planning something at home later on, but he sustains it forward. He gets with the Mangonel there, which is nice. He takes the hill as well, a bit of micro here, and gets some nice pickoffs, considering that he has the faster firing archers. But Tiger chases, he just wants to keep Kong's military numbers down here. It's 38 to 17 now, and Tiger adds a third archer range. Really doesn't want to be at the numbers disadvantage. It's the correct play with mines. You can't... you fire less quickly than the Ethiopian archers, but if you have the numbers, of course you could take great fights still. So Kong loops around, he looks to do either to flee or do some other damage some other places here, but here Kong takes a micro fight here and he loses a few crossbows on his own, but he will be able to pick off Tiger's units here, I'm sure. And Tiger wants to get rid of Kong's forward production here. Chases down this army as well, and Kong is down to 9 military. It's 45 military to 44 to 8 now. This is fantastic play by Tiger. So I think Kong needs to give up on his forward for a while now. He's at his second TC. He's well, it's double palisade and he's okay at home. So can't really do much about his forward now. He will be losing his forward buildings, but could he be... Yeah, he's placing a siege workshop at home. I bet he will place a TC here at some point as well to secure gold and stone here. But where do you go from here, being down 30 military here? Yeah, actually, I don't think it's over for sure. Kong is a resilient bastard and he must have something planned here. He's adding another range himself. Still sticking with the crossbows though, but if he can get his number back up again. And looking at the villager counts as well, Kong stayed on 1 TC for a long time here, and still he's not that considerably far behind Tiger. He's actually could be catching up with adding another TC here. Tiger is on 3 TC, or is still on 2? No, he's on 3, yeah. Let's have a look at the resources as well. So, huge forward here now. This should be reachable for Tiger's crossbows here. Could make some significant damage now. Preempted defensive tower from Kong here is on stone, and the Tiger though is able to add a castle. I wouldn't be surprised to see a forward castle here now, denying Kong's gold because Tiger is in the position he is. But Tiger brings down this tower with mangonels. If Tiger gets in here, I don't see how Kong can defend for that against this massive army here. Oh boy. And here's the forward castle from Tiger as well. Wants to deny this gold from Kong and of course take it for himself. But look at this Magnolia sneaking in the back. Tiger, pay attention now. Pay attention. BAM! That's massive losses for Tiger right there. So Tiger splits and focuses down. He still has 4 Magnals working from him. He should be able to take out this TC, but he did lose a significant number of army here. 60 to 42 KD now. And Kong, meanwhile, taking advantage of Tiger being forward and focusing on army management formula. They kills off lots of villagers here. Look at, well, Tiger is still on villager lead, but he sure took some losses there. What's going on in the middle? Nothing particular. Tiger's man-at-arms still alive, actually. You'd want to have builders behind repairing these mangonels. That's true. There's one weak one here, but Tiger has the forward builders building the castle, so could be okay. But now Tiger's moving dangerously close to towers and TCs here. Look at Tiger now even going forward to take a relic here. But Kong is expanding a bit here. Look at now he wants to bring the. Is he bringing those forward or is he going to try and get some snipes here? Depends if Kong knows about this castle. He actually hasn't scouted this castle, so if you send the mangonels in now, okay, he sees the range. This mangonel could die to castle fire, guys. Yeah, Kong loses numbers here. Loses the mangonel to castle fire. And Tiger is going imp with a huge chunk of crossbows here. So villager counts. Kong is in the build lead. Well, the Ghost Kong was picking off a lot of villagers on the north side there, so. But Kong refuses to give up. He is repairing his tower. He's doing so many things at once here. But Tiger is the forward castle. Is reaching imp. What's his eco situation like? He actually can't. Well, he could cancel some archers and then maybe get the trap out, but it's not too healthy. This he only has 3 of wood because remember Kong was raiding this wood line with archers, and Tiger may not even have realized that he's so low on wood for now. He really needs to get more villagers on wood, otherwise he can't. He will have to market abuse to make use of it at all. So this is where Tiger could lose his momentum. Of course, he has the army; he could still push, but he can't get traps out. He can't take out Kong's buildings that easily. But he's realized he's put more villagers to wood now. Likely market abuse to get some siege out, more traps out. Now he's prioritizing chemistry, other archer upgrades here. Camping on the hill, staying with the archers here, making sure Kong won't. Oh, fantastic hit from Kong there. Takes out and weakens the mangonel. But Bracer and chemistry on the way in, and 4 crossbows. I think Tiger could afford even Arbalest now, and then it's what does Kong do about that? He's so far behind right now. Kong has merged to the other side. Look at him, he's rebuilding to the sides. Unfortunately, there's no gold or stones on that side, whereas on the other side he would have had the neutral gold as well. Could it be that Tiger has obsidian arrows now because that tower went down quickly? Or is it just because of the number of ARPs? Yeah, TC goes down like bam there. And Kong still with the villager lead, but he's behind 50 in population and he's 71 to 16 military Tiger, and Tiger keeps adding ARPs as well. And look at the eagle switch coming in. Now he's getting the infantry armor. Oh yeah, what a dominant play from Tiger here. So Kong is migrating to the side as well, but there's just no going back from Kong from this. I think his eco is in shambles here. He's losing his second TC now, even though he's on the sides. Tiger must know for sure that Kong has moved out and it's only a matter of scouting, and he could send some eagle raids in to just finish the game here. Kong has 22 military, Tiger has 60. Tiger will be spamming eagles shortly. I think he is even teched elite eagle, and Imperial Age is just out of the question for Kong because his eco is so low here. This is a historic moment, yeah, maybe. So Tiger Push is going to take out another TC here. Kong is scrambling at Mangonel here, but he doesn't even get to fire. So Tigers has a very good knowledge of the map now, so it's only a matter of time before he finds that Kong has fled to the sides here. And look at this mass of eagles coming in, and surely the GG has to be called soon. Another defensive tower, but against this mass of Arbalest and Siege, that's not going to do much for Kong. Another university for Kong. So what's his reasoning for the university now? KD 163 to 87 here as Tiger continues his push, but Kong adding a stable, maybe wants to get some raids in, but and also stonewalling on this side with some R trading, so of course Tiger knows that he's there, and now Tiger signals something or Kong, you never know. It's Tiger signaling, is his point of view. Kong is scrambling forward here with some skirms attacking, but he has to call the GG, and the set ends 2-1 to Tiger. And this is Tiger advancing to the semifinals in Desert Cup in a best of 3. Wow. GG's to both players. Also well played by both players. Tiger somehow managing to keep his feudal army alive as Mayans when Kong did the fast castle and had army numbers. But Tigers pulled his archers back and was able to sustain, so as to say, all of his army, outnumber Kong and take some fantastic fights in early Castle Age. Oh boy. So KD 187 to 89, the largest army. Yeah, exactly. Mayans is difficult to fight against when you lose your army early game. But this window here, Kong did some damage for sure, but Tiger was just so patient getting to Castle Age himself and then fighting off Kong's forward. So Cong4ever with past 95 villagers, Tiger with 90, which is more than enough for Mayans in most cases because they simply have such a strong eco bonus. And the time later, look at this army numbers here. So they would even at the while here, but this is a massive Mangonel shot for Tiger, getting so much out of Kong's army here, and then just there's no way back from Kong even from fighting as well as he did for a long time there. So I think we'll conclude the set there. So but thanks for watching, guys, and we're looking forward to the semifinals. We're only missing the last quarterfinal between Andy and AR12 for the semis. Quarterfinals for Andy and AR12, and then we'll be moving on to the semifinals, which is a best of 5. Which also goes for the final, is a best of 5. So GG, guys, thanks for watching. We'll be back with more some other time. Now let's see if we can find someone to raid here who is live. Alright.